In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change the speech rate using VoiceOver. Now, the speech rate is the speed at which VoiceOver reads to you. The first thing I'm going to do is turn VoiceOver on by triple-clicking the Home button.
Landscape. Home button to the right.
And VoiceOver is on. Just to make sure this works on your device, we're going to spend a little time in the Settings menu.
Dock. Settings.
Select that, double tap it to open it.
Settings.
Now under Settings, it says General. That should be highlighted in blue. To the right, in the General pane, it should say
Accessibility button.
Accessibility. Double tap that.
Settings.
Now
heading.
in the Accessibility pane near the top, it says VoiceOver.
VoiceOver
Select that
on button.
and double tap that.
Settings. Heading.
Now down towards the bottom of the VoiceOver pane, it should say
Rotor button.
Rotor. Now double tap that to select it. That's where we
Settings,
want to
heading.
be. In the Rotor pane, there is a list of words, and some of them should have checks next to them. Find the phrase speech rate and make sure there's a check next to it. If you don't have a check next to it,
Selected.
it
Speech rate.
and double tap
Speech rate.
to turn
Selected.
speech rate on or off in the Rotor. Okay, I'm going to press the Home button to get out of the
Home.
Settings menu.
FaceTime.
And to change
Double
the
tap to
speech
open.
rate, you're going to use a function called the Rotor. Now, the way the Rotor works is that you're going to take two fingers and you're going to make a quarter twist of an imaginary circle with those two fingers. So I will put my two fingers on the iPad.
Braille screen input. Landscape.
And
Home containers.
I'm going to keep
Headings.
twisting
Characters.
until
Words.
it says
Speech rate.
speech rate. Now the icon for speech rate will quickly disappear, but speech rate is still active. To change the speech rate, I'm going to take one finger and swipe directly up to increase it, to make it faster, or down to make it slower. So I'll swipe directly down.
30%. 25%. 20%. 15%. 10%.
And you can hear that it gets very slow. If I swipe up,
15%, 20%, 25%, 30%, 35%, 40%, 45%, 50%, 55%, 60%.
you can hear that it gets very fast. Now I typically like to use about 30 or 35%.
55%, 50%,
So I'll swipe down,
45%, 40%, 35%.
and that seems to be a good rate for my ears. Play around with that and see what works for you. That's how you change the speech rate in VoiceOver.